Want to write a book? Want to write one this year? Well, I'm sad to inform you that January is already gone. That leaves you just 11 months to achieve your goals in 2025. Does that sound tough? Does that sound challenging? Well, if only there was a writing challenge that would motivate you not just to start that book, but to finish it. Well, I have some good news. There is, and it's already started. Welcome, fellow writers, readers, and creators. My name is Mark. I write science fiction, fantasy, and horror. This is The Edge, where I explore writing, world building, and how to enhance your creativity. Now, last year, I announced the 2025 Edge Writing Challenge, and some of our viewers committed to writing a new book in 2025. Look at that. These people are motivated. But I think we need to get more people on board. So I invite all of you to join the 2025 Edge Writing Challenge. It's easy to join. Just leave a comment saying you're in. That's it. No sign up, no paperwork, no credit card required. After that, just come back from time to time and tell us how it's going. And speaking of how it's going, I'll give you an update later in the video. But Mr. The Edge, what the heck even is this writing challenge? Well, Billy, it's very simple. Write a new book in 2025 and see if you can finish it before I finish mine. That's right, it's a race. A contest of wills and creativity, a competition to prove you're the better writer. Are you in? Can you do it? Can you finish writing a new book before I can? If you do, if you finish writing a new book this year before I finish mine, and I mean done, your final draft is done, you get the satisfaction of a job well done and a gold star in the comments. No cash or prizes available. And if you finish a first draft of a new book before I finish mine, you get to wrestle with a second draft in 2026. Congratulations, and a silver star in the comments. And if you finish a book at all in 2025, even one you started 20 years ago, I don't care. You finish a book this year, you get a sincere congratulations and a bronze star in the comments. So, good luck. Leave a comment telling us you're in and tell us about your project if you want to. That said, it's time for a contest update. How is it going so far? Well, I can only tell you how I'm doing, but I do invite the other participants to leave a comment telling us how your book is coming along. People would like to know. For me, it's a mixed bag. You see, I'm still trying to finish last year's book. Not great. That gives you a huge head start. You're welcome. But it's not looking so good for me. I'm currently working on the second draft of Mink and Luna. It's going, it's happening, but this draft is only about 75% complete, and the manuscript has gotten huge. I'm up to 120,000 words. That's not ideal. That's a lot to edit, a lot to trim down. I was trying to keep this under 100,000, but I think it's coming together nicely. And you might have noticed I'm not posting videos as often as I used to. That's because I'm spending most of my creative time working on the book instead of making videos. Sorry. I mean, it's good for me, but it's sad for you. At least it is if you've been enjoying my channel. If you hate my channel, then I'm confused why you're still watching. My original goal was to finish Mink and Luna by March and start my next book, Inviction, in April. That gives you guys a whopping 3 months head start. However, the second draft is taking longer than expected. That means I'll have my second draft done by then, I hope. But I doubt I'll have my book completed by then. In fact, I can say assuredly I will not have my book completed by then. But that leaves me with an interesting choice. And this is a choice a lot of you will run into when you reach this point. So it's good to talk about it and kind of see how to approach this. When the second draft is done, I can still jump over to the new book, or I can press on and stay focused on the current book. And there's a choice everybody makes when they reach the end of any draft. So what do? I think that's kind of a matter of personal choice and what works for you. For me, I'll probably handle this by formatting the draft so it looks nice and pretty, and then ship it out to some alpha readers to get feedback on it. That usually takes a couple months since everybody's busy, and like I said, it's a pretty fat book at this point. And during that time, I'll do the pre-writing for Inviction, develop the characters, try a couple different outlines to see where I want the story to go, probably write the opening chapters, and then I'll return for the third draft of Mink and Luna. This process has worked well for me in the past because that cool down time allows me to get distance from the current book and approach it far more objectively than if I just dove right into the next draft right away. And when you see your own work with fresh eyes, it really helps you to see things you might otherwise miss. Little structural flaws, character issues or inconsistencies, ticks in the character dialogue that you don't want there, little things that you might have missed. And it even helps with the sentence and paragraph level work because after you've read a page 3 or 4 times in a draft, when you come back and you haven't looked at it in months, you've forgotten what you wrote. So it's all new and you're really picking up every single word and every little nuance. So you're going to notice things that you did not notice the last time around. Now at the same time, I really want to finish this book. It's been 2 years. This is the 3rd year. So I do reserve the right to change my mind. If I've got a lot of momentum, I might just blow past it and keep working on that, giving you all an even bigger head start. So good for you. But what about Inviction, you ask? Well, I did start pre-writing in January, brainstormed some character ideas, did a little bit of world building, but didn't get a lot done. I'd say maybe 6 hours, not a lot. But since this book takes place in the same universe as Mink and Luna, it doesn't really need a lot of new world building, just a little bit of expansion and some details in areas I hadn't covered. So that means your head start might not be quite as big as you were expecting. That's right, I might get through the pre-writing very quickly on this one. So that's the update. And whether you're an experienced writer who's done this before, or you're new at this and just diving into your first book, join the Edge Writing Challenge to share your adventure and to keep yourself motivated and on track this year. Now get out there and write, you sarcastic Scorpio Venator. And yes, that is a real dinosaur. I didn't just make it up. Don't believe me? Well, allow Wikipedia to retort. Scorpio Venator, scorpion hunter, is a genus of Abelisaurid, I don't know if I pronounced that right, Abelisaurid theropod from the late Cretaceous, the Cenomanian to the Taurian, and it's found in the Huancul or Huinzul formation of Argentina. Again, probably didn't pronounce that right, but it is real, so now you got to get out there and write.